Welcome to the Patriots podcast. It's episode 30. We are live streaming every Tuesday night right here from the America First Warehouse on Long Island, 7:30 p.m. How is everybody tonight?
Great.
Yeah?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm
Hot.
exhausted.
It's hot and tiring in New York.
It's very hot
Yeah.
in New York.
It's been a very long weekend.
Very long
Yeah,
weekend.
we
It
did.
is.
We had a long weekend here at
It was
the
a
warehouse.
long, yeah. And ours
lots of-
started, we'll get into it, but ours started
Yeah.
Friday night. It was a long weekend.
I wish I could have been there for the
It wasn't the
event
same
that you
without
guys went. I know you kept texting me that we wish you were here. We wish you were
I
here.
know.
I know.
So-
We're so sad you weren't.
I know.
I truly believe in where we go when we go all, that's why.
So I can't wait to hear about it. We're talking about the PERC 5th Anniversary Gala, Legacy of Freedom, that they had at Trump's golf course in Westchester.
It was amazing.
So let's talk about it, because
Yeah.
I'm interested to
Well,
hear all about it.
First of all, I met Amy a few years ago in the midst of freedom fighting. I met him at I met her and her husband at Jim Gale's Food Forest Abundance in Florida.
Know that.
Yeah, we both happened to be there at the same time, which was
Divine-
serendipitous.
divine
yes.
timing.
And I just loved her immediately. Loved her spirit, just loved her. And she's from California, and she's been a fighting mama for, since the beginning of all this nonsense, since the pandemic. And,
Four beautiful kids, right? There were four kids rather when she was there.
Yep, the one sang the beautiful
Yeah.
national anthem.
Yeah, that was-
But Amy's a warrior, and she, I think, was able to do things that we were trying to do in New York. She's been successful, and she'll be on segment 2 to talk more about that. But she is shares a common vision that I've had for a long time, as you ladies know,
Yes.
to take California and New York and join forces
Bridge
to
the gap.
Right.
bridge the gap and let that stuff, the changes that we make, flow across the country. And so Amy will be bringing PERC and that organization and all their efforts to New York. And so the gala was really like that kind of jumping off place,
Yeah.
celebrating their 5th anniversary. So we were so lucky to be able
So
to be
lucky.
there
Yeah,
and
I
invited
think
by
we-
her.
We have a cut one if
we
we
have
can pull up,
Yeah.
right?
It's just a
headshot
photo
of Amy, yeah.
This way everyone could see who we're going to bring on segment 2.
Yep.
Beautiful heart for God.
Yeah, you could tell. With me talking to her, you can see it.
And we do have cut 2, which is just basically what is PERC. And this is a video that I took at the event on Friday. So it's a little clip before Amy comes on and she gets to tell us herself what the organization is.
What is PERC? What does it mean? What does it stand for? What's our mission? PERC is all about, our mission is about protecting essential parental rights, protecting children, and protecting preserving medical freedom. That's the core mission and foundation of PERC. We started this in 2019 with a group of passionate mothers who were really fighting the policies and the politics that were in California at the time.
You, the people, we know we are free, and we are not giving our freedom away to anyone.
No, I still got a lot of fire left in me.
Give her a round of
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
I
that was
said
just
it.
a small
I couldn't
clip.
That's
But
okay.
also there was amazing speakers there, amazing people, amazing. Oh, awesome. I didn't say, I said amazing.
We're trying to come up with other words other than awesome and absolutely. So help us out, audience.
Amazing people that we've looked up to for so many years that we had the opportunity to meet. The keynote speaker of the evening was Charlie Kirk, and then there were other speakers, Global Ascension Studios,
Yep,
which
Josh Macchiello.
Yeah.
We love you, Josh. He'll come on. He's coming here in 2 weeks. He wants to visit us.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
if there's any New Jersey Housewives fans out there,
Ooh,
which
I'm so
she was on
excited.
Jersey Housewives years ago, but now she's become such a big fighter
Yes.
within the Trump administration. She's, I think, best friends with Alina Habba.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Siggy
loved what she
Flicker.
said the other night, which was she met her husband. She had been on Desperate Housewives, on New Jersey Housewives, and he said, "You're doing great, but get off that show
Yep.
and start fighting for your country."
That's
and so
right.
she did.
And
So
he was a
very
good man.
impressive.
Yeah.
They were so kind, her and her husband
So
both,
much.
right? Me and T approached them. We were with them for maybe 10 minutes just chatting, and we felt like we knew them forever.
Really,
they
truly.
were real, genuine people. Like,
I mean,
no,
we were like, oh, we'll get your number through our mutual friend. She's like, you take my number right now.
Yep.
I want to see the warehouse. She was great.
She's
And
gonna come on the podcast.
Her speech
Oh,
really
that's great. I can't
her
wait.
speech was impressive.
It was powerful.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
It was nice to see. First of all, she was chosen to be on the Holocaust
Yes.
Museum board, I think,
Yep.
by Donald Trump. A powerful Jewish woman, very powerful, but also
well, she was
calling it
born
how
in
it was.
Israel.
She was, but she was really calling it all how it was,
Yeah.
and I was really impressed by that.
Yeah. bold truth.
Bold
truth coming from that woman's mouth, and it was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I did give the control room a cut of her video. It's cut
21.
21, and it's just a small piece, just so you can get an idea of her speech that night. That was powerful.
Oh no, okay. We'll have
I can't play it. Apparently, it
Okay.
wasn't a great video. It was corrupted. I don't know.
the powers that be. I'm telling you all, there's some kind of serious spiritual attack
Against
trying to
us.
censor us right now the last few weeks. I'm not surprised.
Well, that's okay. When she comes on,
Yes.
Siggy, when you come on, audience, when she comes on, make sure you're tuned in because you're in for a treat. She's,
And you have
she's
that
incredible.
on Show Me Your Face, right?
I didn't post anything yet. I've been so busy this weekend between the event. I was car shopping on Saturday
family
and Sunday.
affairs.
I had, an uncle who passed away, unfortunately. So it's been a busy week, but I'll get
So
around
follow
to
us.
posting
We'll
it.
post some great stuff from
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah.
But I do have. Did the control room bring up any photos from the event? Oh, bring up those. It's cut 3 through 20. Can you play them behind us so we can? Oh, here we go. Look at.
There we
There
are.
you are.
And there's
Oh, look at
Amy.
these fat arms.
That's Amy.
What?
Oh, Joe the
My
Box.
arm.
I'm so sad I missed it.
Yeah. Your son is so handsome, Donna.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank
Christian.
you.
Yeah.
It was a treat to have him there.
I love that.
Amy spoke from the heart. She was unscripted, she told us.
I think
Really?
it's better when you do that.
Yeah.
If
She
you can,
usually-
if you
she
feel
usually-
comfortable too. Yeah.
Yeah, she said she usually prays on.
Oh, that's a great one.
It is.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful event.
It
The
was such a
food was
powerful
amazing.
night.
It was a
I
powerful
felt-
night.
I felt the presence of God there for sure.
And I
Yeah.
was surprised, and I shouldn't say this, but I was surprised. Like, you never know when you're going up to approach people how they're going to receive you, right?
No, yeah.
So after we spoke to Siggy and we, Crystal made some inroads with Charlie Kirk's handler and his people. I went up to Peter Tinkton myself. What a sweet man.
Yeah.
Trump's longtime friend and personal
Yes.
attorney. Just wrote a book. We're going to probably have it here at the warehouse from our discussion. I know he's coming on Know Your Enemy soon, and he's willing to come on ours. So it was really every special guest there was so humble and so willing to just chat with us like the regular people we all
Yeah,
are.
and
Well, yeah.
Charlie too. He was.
Yeah.
I mean, even when at one point I was walking in from the bathroom and he was walking out and he was like, "Hi again," like just super friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to see
I
that.
chased him down.
Yeah.
Well, you got to, when you have a room full of people trying to get their attention, you got to be a little aggressive
Listen,
in the.
I
in
say it all the time.
you know.
In the last few years, and I think you ladies can agree, there's like certain times where I call them God nudges, where it's
Yeah.
like, I'm
Yep.
like, all right, no, I'm not ready, and he's like, no,
No,
I brought
you
you
do
this
it now.
far, you do it.
And that's good that you're leaning into that because
Yeah.
that's following his lead. And
Well, and I think one of the reasons all those folks are so humble and down to earth is because they're truly in it for the right purposes.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
greater than any one person,
Yeah.
greater than your limited, short-lived
Absolutely.
fame or fortune that you can have. This is truly about America, the world, and
Yes.
the future of humanity
Yes,
and our freedom.
Absolutely.
Even though this event was focused on, her organization is focused on parental rights and medical freedom. Charlie got up there and he spoke for, I think it was over a half an hour. I wanted to play the full video for you guys, but obviously we can't.
Yeah.
But I did choose a clip that right now is one of the most important things, I think, to all of us, considering we're from New York.
Yes.
So if the control room can just cue up cut 22 and play just like a little piece of Charlie's speech. Are you going to tell me that
This
one?
guy has ended 5 wars in the last 6 weeks, and I think he's going to end even more. Blessed are the peacemakers, as it says in the scriptures, but it's not peace through weakness, it's peace through strength, and it's peace through, when necessary, violent action against our enemies. Now, so what are the threats against us? And that's what I love about Siggy's speech. So as I go to these college campuses, they don't notice that in front of us, one of the most important threats to our homeland right now is what we are voluntarily letting in. President Trump should get a hero's welcome and a parade endlessly for securing the southern border. We have done that, and it's because of him for running on it and for executing on it. But let's be honest, it is not the illegal immigrants or the illegal foreigners that are the ones that are about to become the mayor of New York City. Yeah. Or the mayor of Minneapolis. Far too often when I go to gatherings like this, I'll be told, well, Charlie, illegal immigration is bad, but as long as you come here the right way, everything is fine. Well, hold on. Immigration, commit this to memory, you should write it down. It's a Charlie Kirk show original. Immigration without assimilation is an invasion.
That's right. That's it.
Immigration without assimilation is an invasion. Cuban immigrants and our Venezuelan immigrants and our Colombian immigrants, and I love our Persian immigrants. I know we have some here in the audience. But you came here and you assimilated. You still had an attachment from where you came from, but this became your home. Yeah. This became the place where you said, I'm willing to serve, I'm willing to give, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm sorry. When I look at Zohran Mamdani, I don't think this person has assimilated to the United States of America. He is bringing foreign, un-American ideas and trying to bring them into the mayor's race and the mayor's office. In Minneapolis, they're on pace right now to elect a Zohran Mamdani equivalent by the name of Omar Fatah, a Somali Muslim. Siggy knows all about this. The mayor of South Portland, Maine, is a Somali Muslim by the name of Dalak Dalakwa. What we're seeing, unfortunately, is our generosity being taken advantage of. And if we look at our immigration policies, it does not, the legal-illegal distinction mattered previously. Now the more important distinction, since there's no more illegal immigration, how many people came across illegally last month? 0. That conversation is over. That's awesome. The more important distinction is, are you an immigrant that will kiss the ground when you enter America? Or will you be an immigrant that goes to war against the American people when you come?
That's right.
Yep.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Very, very
So
much
as much as medical freedom is such a huge, important thing right now, and as much as parental rights, like, I don't know if everyone realizes that this is like top 5 big issue.
He's constantly talking about this.
Yes.
He's constantly.
About
About the immigration.
About the immigration.
Yeah.
And even if it's legal immigration,
That's right.
if you're not assimilating to
Right.
America.
100%. Isn't that why you came here? I don't
Right.
understand.
Well,
But anyway.
When we return, we're going to cut for a break, but when we return back, we'll have Amy and we can talk
Yay.
more.
Amy, can we hear Amy now?
Ultra MAGA store for all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic, America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA store.
Are you a musician, comedian, actor, filmmaker, or artist who stands for traditional American values? Do you believe in the preservation of our nation, our culture, and our freedoms? If you share our passion for America and want to use your talents to make a difference, we want to hear from you. Our mission is clear. Through the arts, we uphold the principles of freedom, faith, family, and the American spirit. It's time to step up to the mic and make your voices heard. So contact us at AmericanConservativeArtists.com.
Good morning. It's me, Joe the Box, wearing my Border 911 hat signed by Tom Holman, Rodney Scott, and Sarah Carter. The country has had enough. The American Horror Story is over. Border 911. Tom Holman is coming through. My brother's son, my friends' children. We're done with it. 100,000 were lost lives every single year. God bless you, Tom.
The Queens Village Republican Club is America's oldest Republican club, founded in 1875. Situated in President Trump's hometown in Queens, New York, we are America First MAGA Republicans, empowering fellow Republicans to get involved in the game of politics at the grassroots level. We host inspiring monthly club meetings on the first Thursday of each month at 8 p.m. For more information, please go to our website at www.qvgop.org.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
Welcome back to the Patriots podcast, and we want to welcome to the show Amy Bond.
Hi, Amy.
How are you, Amy? How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing good. Good to see you guys.
Thank you
Good
for
to
coming
see you
on.
again.
Our new sister from the West Coast.
Amen to that. Looks like you guys are the new podcast to replace The View.
Yes, that's what we're aiming for.
That's our goal.
We love when we hear that,
Yes,
Amy.
yep.
We're
You hear that, ABC?
They're the rear view.
Yeah.
That's right. You're the past, you're the future.
Yeah,
Love that.
exactly.
Well, we're so happy you're with us tonight. We did speak with the audience and show a lot of clips of photos and video from your beautiful gala on Friday night. Thank you so much for giving us those
Thank you.
tickets and
Thank
inviting
you.
us and opening your New York first kind of unveiling of Perk. We were so happy to be there, but we'd love to hear from you, Amy, about who you are, what led you to do what you're doing, and what's going on with Perk now.
Well, I loved having you guys there too. It would not have been a complete event without you all there, and I really trust that. I could feel the energy in the room shift and change with you guys there. So,
Oh, we're known for that.
well, and I have to admit that I know we got to talk about Perk, but driving in New York was an entirely new experience for me. It was my first time ever, and by the second day, I was honking just like
Yeah, she fit right in. She's assimilating like
the way it
Kirk
should be.
said.
Did you have road rage?
a little bit of road rage, but I have to learn how to walk, not walk.
There you
Did
go.
you have your coffee while you were here?
I had my coffee and my
Coffee.
coffee.
My California sister-in-laws always say that again, say that again. I'm like, I'm just saying coffee. They're like,
coffee. So that being said, it was such a joy to have you guys there in honor of our 5th anniversary of Perk. And I just, I heard some of the things you shared about Perk preliminary to me hopping on. And, the whole point of Perk is that we're fighting for children's rights in education and parental rights and fighting for medical freedom. And you guys know, being East Coast, that battle that we've been facing in California is identical to what you're facing in New York. And so the vision and heart I have for what we've done in California is to start to share that across the nation and build chapters, and especially to build an alliance with you all in New York and East Coast. I think that that's part of what's been missing. We have the opportunity to bring forward legislation for the first time in California that would protect medical freedom. There's some really big things happening with legislators here. And I cannot see a path forward without us having a unity that we maybe haven't had before with you guys, East Coast, with us, West Coast. So that's one of the visions I have, is we need to unite specifically in these more difficult states, bring the strategy together, and move forward together in a way that accomplishes what we've all set out to do for the past, probably decade or more.
I love that.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
too.
it's super exciting.
And we were movers and shakers out here, and like we told you the other night, we are happy to help facilitate that, join with you, build the alliance, because we need that here, and we're power in numbers. So we've been in the thick of the fight, and we can tell you from our own experience, we know what that takes and what you risk doing that. So thank you for stepping up out there, because it wasn't easy doing it out here, that's for sure. So
Well,
we're
Amy,
with you.
you were sharing with me when we were speaking some of the progress you've made in California and the hope that you have in California and for California because of it. And we'd love to hear a little bit about that and share it with our audience, because it's very encouraging.
Yeah, no, thank you for asking that. Yeah, so I think what happens is a lot of the time people are giving up on the states that are more difficult, like New York, California, these states that have a supermajority where it's more difficult. And what we've seen is that we don't need to give up. We actually have been winning in a very difficult state, specifically in California. We've been able to defeat bad bills and bad policies over the past several years. Every year we've either been able to defeat bad bills, encourage and support good legislation, and then also have tremendous victories for parental rights. And that sometimes included amending bills or those bills actually died. So that's actually happening here in California, and Perk is instrumental as a leader here for that to happen. Another thing that's victorious for all of us when I share this next thing is we've been able to activate the grassroots level here to drive that action in an effective and impactful way. We have, as we celebrate 5 years, over 4 million emails and tweets and phone calls have been made to legislators and representatives on these issues. And just by the sheer volume of responses to the actions we ask people to take, 4 million is a lot of emails.
Sure is.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
Yeah.
The people are speaking.
It's tremendous.
They said the mama bears will help save this nation, and I
Oh, yeah.
believe that because no one's going to fight for our children's future like we are.
Well, and we had an experience in New York here, Amy, with the coalition that we were building. They have the whole SAPA process, and we have a right to have a public hearing on issues that matter to us. And back in the day, a few years ago, we organized all of the grassroots groups in our state for the first time to really take that kind of action and email and write and sign to all their local legislators. And interestingly, what our representatives did, every single senator, bar one female, I forget her name, upstate New York, was the only one who took the side of the people. The rest of them, Republican and Democrat alike, after seeing us mobilize, they changed the rules and they increased dramatically. I don't want to quote the numbers because I don't remember, but I'm going to just make a number up for hyperbole. Like, if it was you needed 500 signatures and had 90 days to do it, now you needed 2,000 and you had 30 days to do it. They went into session and voted to limit the access and the voice of the people by restricting us that way. It was remarkable, but we knew we hit a nerve. We knew we were scaring them and had their attention. And so I cannot wait to organize with you and bring some of those strategies here in New York because they are so sorely needed and there are people ripe and ready to act.
Yes, there are.
And I'll tell you, I homeschool my kids now, and they're at the end of this, and I was kind of going to step out of that. But if we can do that here, I'm all in because we have a state to save, and this sounds like a great partnership that we can do some real work together.
I have an adult child, and I'm all in.
I'm all in.
And that's the thing is with the right strategies and the right people involved with, honestly, we can do this. We can win New York back. We can win California. We can win any state that has these issues where they have violated freedom for years. And they always start with education. And this is one of the reasons why how PERC was years ago and what we stand for now, protecting children's rights to education. It completely connects with medical freedom and parental rights and all constitutional rights.
That's right.
Yes.
And that's the thing that I think has woken up every industry across the country. And that's why now is different than years ago. And that's why we can win and we have the momentum to win, where firefighters are now awake, you have teachers awake across every industry. Pick an industry, and they're more awake now than they've ever been before because of what happened during the lockdown. So the blessing of the lockdown is parents got to see what their children were learning on Zoom calls and realized, hey, I don't want my kids to be indoctrinated with all this woke garbage that's not teaching them math or science or history, but trying to teach them higher ideology that removes parents out of the equation. And then you have all these industries that have now united with us within the medical freedom space to the point that I think now is the time that we are going to take every single one of these states back that are lost with either it's corruption or they changed the rules. They did that with us in California too, where it's cheating. Let's be honest. Well, it's taking a legislative rule or a little code or something that they know, manipulating it in a moment, changing out a seat so they get the vote that they want, but it goes against what the people want, and people have had enough.
They've had enough of it.
I have a question because I don't know if California is the same as New York, but in New York, the Democrats and the Republicans are the same side of a different coin.
Yeah, they're one uniparty
So
here.
it's a uniparty. So we're not only fighting the Democrats, we're also fighting the
rhinos.
GOP,
Yep.
the Republican Party. Is it the same in California?
I would say that the Republicans, from a party perspective, are way more in line and vocal with us on the medical freedom issues and parental rights and these particular core issues. I also have to tell you that from a perspective, we do have Democrats on our side now who fight for the issues that we all care about. And that's something that I think has changed because of COVID. So it's, we're going to utilize it. And it's important to take this opportunity. And what better time right now? I'm sure you guys probably saw this, but I just want to note that the American Academy of Pediatrics came out with a, statement, and they're trying to promote the removal of religious freedom and religious exemptions across the entire country and only allow for medical exemptions, which really means hardly any exemptions at all for children in the space of vaccination. So I mentioned this, I think, to you, Donna, but I believe that one of the solutions, along with legislation in our individual states, but I think that we need to ask President Trump to sign an executive order that doesn't violate state rights, but instead funds any of the institutions that receive federal funding from the government if they are violating First Amendment rights, such as religious
I
freedom.
love that. I love that.
I loved that.
That's what I want to do.
We want to help you do that.
Amy, I just
Yeah.
want to ask you, because most of our listeners, I would assume, are in the New York area. What would you suggest they do to get involved?
Great question. I actually think right now we need to do three things. One, people need to sign this petition that we just started related to this national campaign to restore religious freedom to each of the states with like what I just mentioned. I think that's one thing people can do no matter where they live, especially in New York, that's comparable to California on these issues. Second, I don't know if we're able to promote like how people can sign up, but I would like to start a PERC chapter in New York as well with strong leadership. I'm sure you guys can help me with that. But that way we're creating an alliance and a working group on these issues where we're communicating and we're talking about it and we're teaching and training people how to do exactly what we're doing, meaning go talk to their legislator, write this letter, take the letter we've already drafted and send it to the right person that we're asking.
Well, we're ready for that.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep in touch with us, and we're going to keep in touch with you and figure out what the next steps and timing are. To God be all
with
glory, right?
15 seconds left. Tell the audience where they can find you or find
Okay,
Perk.
15 seconds or less.
Yep.
Perk-group.com, that's our website. They can follow us on social media as well, perk_group, and we'll send everything to you guys to promote as well.
We'll do
Thank
it.
you, sister. We can't
Thank
wait.
you, Amy.
God bless
Thank
you,
you,
Amy. Thank you again.
So excited. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Who broke the television? Can we laugh at that? Sounds a little mean.
As of this month, public gay sex will now be mandatory.
Am I the only one that could see his lips move? Cheekbones, baby.
I'm sorry, maybe I overreacted.
Corporate transfer, fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
Welcome, everybody, to the Not So Newlywed Show, where three couples are going to compete for really great prizes. Okay, Donna, we asked Mike, who complained first on your honeymoon, you or him?
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think he said.
Lisa, this ain't the SATs. Just tell us what. Donna, who complained first on the honeymoon?
I'm sure it was me, but I have no idea.
Shauna is right.
No, it's always me.
What celebrity would you pick for a one-day pass?
For me?
Yeah, for you, not for him.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon! Wow! Who do you hate the most on her side? That rotten no.
There are so many choices.
Thank you all, and thank you for coming out.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we
Oh, maybe he's the time is right.
Welcome back to the Patriots podcast, and we are welcoming to our stage here Steve Gillen. Steve is the co-founder of Project Civica. Welcome back, Steve.
Hi, Steve. He's a partner of the America First Warehouse and a very dedicated patriot, what he's doing. And I found out from known Steve for years, he is a veteran. So I got to thank him in an email finally. I did not know that. And I've known Steve for a while, so thank you.
Yes, thank you.
That's great. Thank you for having me, ladies. Good evening.
Good evening. So you've been hard at work, huh?
Yeah, we've been, Project Civica, we're all around the state, and we're involved in so many different components. Like I mentioned there, you just had your last guest on, and there's so many different areas that we have to address if we're going to try to get back our liberty. And, Project Civica statewide is doing what we can. We were with you had on last week, the people from Walkaway. Yeah. And we participated in over the weekend. We had, like 10 people of our volunteers that went there to help out. And it was a very interesting day. The weather was pretty good, it rained on us a little bit, but then it was also sunny and 90 degrees and a little bit humid. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do.
That's right.
There was a good turnout though.
Thank you for showing up to help Brandon. That was awesome.
Yeah. I think you guys do a lot of amazing things. One of the things that really interests me personally is the election integrity, because without it, all of our efforts are moot points.
And the committeeman strategy, all of it's incredible.
All of it is amazing. Yes, the committee member strategy, 100%. And still, without election integrity, we're sunk. We're dead in the water before we even get going. So, we'd love to hear a little bit more about what you've got going on. Give us hope and new, what's new and what's been happening.
Yeah, no, you're correct. There's so much that has to be done, and it all comes down to elections. We could all be out there doing all this other work, and it's just tremendous work being done. Contacting legislators and everything else, and trying to get people into office that we feel, want to do the right thing and want to have clean, fair elections. But we know from experience that that's not the case, and that, we have to force the issue. If you look at, take just our state, New York State, we know that the voter rolls are a complete mess. There's no question about it. We know that there's plenty of people voting that shouldn't be on the voter rolls. However, they are because of our legislature doesn't do anything to force the Board of Elections to actually get control of it.
Last I heard, it was like 2 million, a solid 2 million voters off.
Well, it's at least that. I mean, back,
oh my
with
God.
another organization I was with, we turned over in 2023 5.1 million of irregularities in the New York State voter rolls. All right, 5.1 million. Gave it to the FBI, gave it to Homeland Security, and we never even got a return phone call. And this was all documented proof. So we know the issues that lie within the state. Really, the more we're involved in it, and the more that we find our research people at Project Civica. I mean, we got 80,000 people that are registered in New York and in New Jersey.
New Jersey, yep.
Currently.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
we have over 600 of people that, died and are listed as dead on the New York State voter rolls under the status. There's a status line, and they're listed as dead. That's the word they use.
Steve, that was the 2024 election, right? This last election?
Yeah, and they're listed as voting. I mean, we have over 400 people that voted in New York and in New Jersey on election day.
That should be null and void on both states.
Yep. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I feel like my mouth is just dropping.
I know.
Listening to this. It's
the question
so
always
disturbing.
comes to who is it serving if nobody on any side is willing to do anything about it.
Both of them.
It goes back to the uniparty.
That's right.
They work together.
It definitely does. I mean, we have.
But Steve's called them out. Steve called out all. I'll let you talk on that in his common sense contract. I'm telling you, these guys do real work. They're really working.
That's why he's here.
Yep.
Well, you said you submitted this to the FBI. Now that we have a different FBI director, do you think it's going to be a different outcome?
It's really coming down, with all the work that we've done and other organizations have done in New York State, and great work that they've done. We also have, just quickly, We have over 400 people, like I said, that voted on November 4th in New York and in New Jersey in 24. And, so we have the information, so we supply it to district attorneys and say, hey, we can't do all the work. You guys have to do that. We don't have the capacity or the legal rights to do what needs to be done to find these people that are actually, they may know, they may not know that they're breaking the law, they're committing a felony. And are they going to be held accountable? Because until we start holding people accountable, nothing's going to change.
That's right.
So,
Somebody at Perk event the other night, on Friday night, one of the speakers discussed some of this voter integrity stuff, and they said they have all the evidence. It's being brought to Trump and the
I think it was Peter
administration,
Clinton.
and it's going to
was.
shift.
Good,
It was
good.
a very hopeful
Peter
message.
Yep.
It was Peter,
It
right?
is.
Peter.
It is. So that's why, again, why, it's so nice for you guys to have us on, because we have to take every step possible to try to change this. We know New York State's not going to change it because it would come out of the legislature and the governor's office. And we know the legislature isn't going to do anything to fix these problems, nor would Governor Hochul. So it comes down to elections, but we look at it from the point of view, the only one that's going to fix this problem is the federal government.
Right.
All right. Like you just mentioned about, things that are happening. So one of the things that happened and why we were there on Sunday, there's a national effort going on, all 50 states, a petition effort to get the SAVE Act passed. I don't know if your audience is familiar with the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act that passed the House of Representatives this spring. And what it does, it tightens up a lot of these problems that exist. The bill requires individuals to provide documentation proof of U.S. citizenship when registering to vote in federal elections. We don't have that now. Specifically, the bill prohibits states from accepting and processing an application to register to vote in federal elections unless the application presents documentation proof of U.S. citizenship. This bill specifies the documents are considered acceptable proof. This is the big part of it, of citizenship, such as independent identification that complies with the Real ID Act of 2005. Okay, so this law was put into place in 2005, which required specific proof, not just any old proof, specific proof that you are a citizen of the United States. And it's not just about voting. It was also in place to people that are applying for federal grants and federal, programs, welfare, Medicare, everything else. So it's in place. It's just not being followed. There's no mechanism in place to make this stuff happen. So now the SAVE Act is a start, okay? It doesn't cover everything, perfectly, but you had to get it through the House of Representatives, which they did. Now it has to go through the Senate. Schumer said it's dead on arrival, okay?
Of course.
That he
Screw
would
Schumer.
never, ever, right, they would never, ever, the Democrats, because you're going to need 60 votes to pass it. So what's going on now, like I said, it's a petition drive for all 50 states. And a lot of big organizations are, participating in it. And Project Civica is coordinating for New York State. All right, and we were there on Sunday getting signatures, and it's very simple. It's only citizens can vote. All right, so August has been designated as Only Citizens Can Vote Month. So this whole effort is going on nationwide, all 50 states, and then on September 10th, we will all bring our petitions down to the Senate and drop them off and let them then, let them know that the people want
this.
Want this.
Yeah.
It's a great
We want
strategy.
only citizens voting.
It's
87% of Americans want, of all parties.
We mandated this with our vote for Trump.
Yeah.
This is what we want.
If you don't want this, you're a communist. It makes
Of
no
course.
sense.
Well, we're going to have the petition up on our website. It's not up yet, but Steve, we have the petitions, and we'll have all you ladies sign. But I want the audience to know to go onto your website, right? And they can get.
Right. So we could, you could go to projectcivica.org, and you'll, as you scroll down a little bit, you see sign the petition, and that'll allow you to sign the petition. But not only that, what we're asking everybody to do is we have a printable petition also. You could click on to download the petition, And we give you all the information that you need as far as getting it back to us. And what we're asking is simple. There's 15 signatures on a page, okay? 5 on the first page and 10 on the second. We ask that you get 15 people to sign that. Everybody get 15 people. And then give that petition to each of those 15 people.
Right.
Yeah. I'm pledging to get 15 today.
I'll do that
I'll
too,
do it.
definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and if we do that, I mean, we had a good time, you know, Sunday. It's such a simple sell.
Yeah.
When you talk to people and you say to them, should citizens only vote in the United States, you know, elections?
Common sense.
We have a copy of that. Right,
very
Shannon, I
few.
think?
It's-
Is, cut 24, is that what this is?
Cut 24 and 25.
If you can bring this up, control room.
Oh, that's what, yes,
This is-
that's what the other Steve from Project Civica sent to me for, I figured we could share that,
Yeah.
just so we have,
Sure.
we're going to have that printed here at the warehouse for them and on display.
Great,
So we
okay.
have-
So screenshot that, audience,
Yeah.
please.
That's just informational what you got there. But you see the QR code, you could just click on that QR code.
And that'll take
it'll
you.
bring you to our petition page.
Perfect.
And we'll also bring it to the point where you could download, you know, the petition for yourself. So we want to get as many as possible. Obviously, all 50 states are involved in it.
And
We
what's
got
the
it.
deadline?
Is we're getting down there. We're saying the deadline is September 5th because we want to have it all together. And we're going to Washington, D.C. on September 10th.
All right.
So what we're going to
We'll
do
make
is,
sure we do
we
our
have like
part.
20 seconds left. So projectcivica.org. Steve, you know we'll always have you back here, and I'll always do what I can. We'll have you back on one more time in August, before September, to get the word out, one more push. The
Perfect.
petitions will be up on the America First website, too. We're always behind you. We've all pledged at least 15 signatures. We love you, and thank you for your work, my friend.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
have to
so
cut to
much for
commercial.
having me. You ladies are great, and the warehouse is great. I love the
Thank you.
warehouse.
We love you, too.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Are you a musician, comedian, actor, filmmaker, or artist who stands for traditional American values? Do you believe in the preservation of our nation, our culture, and our freedoms? If you share our passion for America and want to use your talents to make a difference, we want to hear from you. Our mission is clear. Through the arts, we uphold the principles of freedom, faith, family, and the American spirit. It's time to step up to the mic and make your voices heard. So contact us at AmericanConservativeArtists.com.
Good morning. It's me, Joe the Box, wearing my Border 911 hat signed by Tom Holman, Rodney Scott, and Sarah Carter. The country has had enough. The American Horror Story is over. Border 911. Tom Holman is coming through. My brother's son, my friends' children. We're done with it. 100,000 were lost lives every single year. God bless you, Tom.
The Queens Village Republican Club is America's oldest Republican club, founded in 1875. Situated in President Trump's hometown in Queens, New York, we are America First MAGA Republicans, empowering fellow Republicans to get involved in the game of politics at the grassroots level. We host inspiring monthly club meetings on the first Thursday of each month at 8 p.m. For more information, please go to our website at www.qvgop.org.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Welcome back to the Patriots podcast, streaming live from the America First Warehouse. And we have tonight John Paul Moran, who is coming on, and he is the founder of Go USA and also OpScore. Hi,
Hey,
how
JP.
are you? How are
Hey,
you?
guys. That's the famous jacket that walks around CPAC, and I had to go up to him, I think, 2 years ago because that catch, I see a flag
love
blazer,
that. I love
and
that
Teresa has to
jacket.
beeline for someone like that. So he's our people, and he's doing great work. How are you, my friend?
Good, good. Remember, it says Go USA in the back. That's
It
what
does.
makes
It's
special.
awesome. Oh, there I said it
want
again.
that jacket. So tell us about what you're involved with here.
I'm just trying to save America.
Right?
Yes,
right?
all of us.
And the world.
It's exhausting, right? We're just freedom fighting, saving the world.
Yeah. Freedom fighting. Yeah, we have a couple of tricks up our sleeves that we're able to use to help. That's our
Like that.
special contribution we're bringing from Massachusetts. We're national, but we're headquartered in Boston, if you can believe it.
I should really quick get this little challenge out of the way because you have a lineage to some pretty prominent,
Yes, I
political
saw that.
figures, and so does Crystal and Shannon here on our panel. So you guys,
So I saw that you are a sixth-generation great-nephew of Thomas Jefferson. Is that correct?
Uncle TJ, yeah.
It's in his blood.
So we like to brag because we're a seventh-generation great-grand nieces of Benjamin Talmadge. Do you know who Benjamin Talmadge is?
Yes.
Yes.
The culprit spy ring. They basically saved.
And he was married to Mary Floyd, and obviously Mary Floyd's father was William Floyd, which was another signer of the Declaration. So look at us.
So we're in good company with a lineage
American
of freedom
royalty.
fighters
I
here.
know.
American royalty. We'll go with that.
All
But-
around us, ladies.
Seriously, but I wanted to tell the audience how great the OpScore is. Some of us did it on set here, or we did it. Some of us on set have done it already, and some are going to do it. But we wanted your brilliant plan and what you guys are doing, and then your event in September. So,
Well, thank you. Thank you,
You're
guys.
welcome.
And thank you, my favorite Patriots.
I love that.
Yeah. So the OpScore stands for Opportunity Score, and Go USA stands for Grand Opportunity USA. So just to make that connection. And we started it, actually 3 MIT guys, of which I'm one of them, put together this idea to be able to fix politics from the perspective of let's rate and hold our politicians accountable in a new way. In a brand new way that really hasn't been done before. It's honestly not partisan. It's simply this. You rate people on the basis of whether they're working for or against you, the voter. That's pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Very helpful.
Are they following the Constitution they swear on, and are they following the will of the people? As long as it's constitutional, shouldn't our elected officials pretty much be doing what the majority, the 80, 90% of us want? You'd think it's kind of a no-brainer, especially from the party that screams saving democracy every 10 seconds, but yet their policies only have support of 15% of the population. We have data to prove it. Only 15% of people support the left, and only 1% support the radical left. So they have no position in power. So what we did is we created a system called the OpScore, the Opportunity Score. It looks at the top 25 of the top issues that Americans care about across all the issues, First Amendment, Second Amendment, school choice, economy, taxes, police, military, environment, healthcare, and we say, what does the Constitution say, and what does the majority of the will of people say? We create a scoring system that goes from -5, anti-opportunity, to +5, pro-opportunity. Does that make sense? It seems kind of simple, right?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how it stumps people, though, right?
Yeah.
People get very pleasant surprised.
You said a word that I don't love, though. I'm going to be honest. And I got to just throw it out because I know the whole panel up here, when you said it, every single one of us up here, despise the word democracy because we're not a democracy.
Well, that's what he was saying, though. He's saying that the
right?
left screams democracy. That
No, we're not a democracy, but majority will of the people. If people vote someone in, you should do what they want. If 85% of people want school choice, what the hell is any politician not supporting school
That's
choice?
right.
You work for the people.
Yes.
So there is a democratic element because you're democratically voting people, and we're a constitutional republic. But it's not as if there's no democratic element to our country. Of course there is.
Okay.
Well-
It's as long as it's Constitution first.
Right.
That overrides anything. So if 51% of people don't want free speech, which we're pretty close to that, it makes no difference. The Constitution rules. But as long as it's constitutional, then we believe that the politician's job is to support the will of the people. That's it.
What
That's
I
how
love
we-
about what you're doing is that it keeps people honest, and as far as the politicians, they can get up and talk a sweet game on TV with
Right.
fancy words and schmooze people
right.
and tell their stories and hide behind their lies, but their voting record is
That's
what
right. I
matters.
see that
And so
too.
when you highlight that for folks and you make it easy and accessible, because most of us don't have time to dig in and do the work
Yep.
necessary to really get to the bottom of it all. And so you're making it really easy for the American people to say, oh, this isn't somebody that aligns with what I'm looking for, my most important issues. So, the education, the truth, and the access, like giving people that access to a streamlined, easy way to find that information is huge. And I think it's a game changer.
Yeah, I was just going to take the words out of my mouth. OpScore is a game changer. I was a 4.8. I thought I was getting a 5. So I guess
was a 5.
I was a 4.8.
Is that what? I did it at work, so I was trying to pay attention, and I was busy working. So I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't know what a 5 meant. What is a 5?
Yes, the man who
What's a
invented
5?
it.
So a 5 is I get a 4.2 in the thing that I created, right? So what it is, it measures dimensions. So on all the issues, we look at the data. So we stand back and say it's not us. We're not playing God. We're not making choices. We're not saying what's liberal, conservative, or any of that. We're saying, okay, we have data showing from all kinds of polls, including some of our own, but mostly from Rasmussen and Trifagler and Pew Research and Gallup. Where do people stand on guns? Where do they stand on school choice? Where do they stand on freedom of speech? And all these things, right? And then so a 5 means that all the issues that we rate, that means you're aligned with the Constitution and the majority will of the people on all of it. I'm pro-life. I'm not. Majority will of the people isn't actually pro-life. Somewhere it's like 30 or 40%. So I willingly and happily lose that point. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
I'm not always going to be with the majority on everything, but the majority of the majority I'm with. That's where we think the politicians should be. So that's it. So that's what a 5 means. So when people say that, people that are MAGA saying, I want to be a 5, I'm like, actually, you don't.
Oh, I don't want to be a 5.
Also, 4.8 is good. Yay, me.
I was a 4.6, and it doesn't take very long to do. It's maybe 10 minutes.
Very
tops.
user-friendly.
It was
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, it was very.
It makes you
easy
think
and
too.
simple.
These are very important issues, and I
Yeah.
think this could be a game changer for the election. And I'm excited that you're rolling this out.
And it holds them accountable.
Up 100%.
Well, the thing is, I can tell you a couple updates. So what you're going by now is what we use in 2024. The scores are all still relevant. It matches people up, though, to 2024 matchups for Congress and Senate. That's changing now because obviously we're well beyond that. We thought it'd be instructional to see that. But right now we've got super-powered AI. Now, AI isn't bad if you give it exactly correct instructions. The hard part is giving the AI the instructions we give to a ratings person, but having the AI do it instead of a person. Because it was thousands of hours to rate everybody in the country, over 40 questions, right? Over 535 members of Congress times 2, right? That's a lot. So we're going to be able to track now using AI as an aid on a regular basis, not just when we do scores every 2 years to rate people like we did before. Now we envision about every week having the scores updated.
Wow.
All the time, and now it's like a live tracker. It's like the eyes in the sky on them. It's like having a baby monitor or an ankle bracelet.
Watching.
I think they deserve an ankle bracelet to have them, right? So that's what we're doing with some updates. They will be updated. We're also updating some of the questions for 25, 26 that we're rolling out very soon. And the OpScore challenge is taking the scores we rated everybody in Congress and their challenges, and the challenge enables you to take the test like some of you guys did, and then do a matchup to see where you line up with your politicians.
Right.
Can you guys guess how many people actually on the issues? Now, this isn't like we're not saying like we think this and we think that. You rated everybody in Congress with provable data, and then people that took the test, of which we almost 1 million people, targeting over 30 critical races for the House and Senate last year of the presidency.
Wow.
And we had people look at the scores, look at ads, and also take the test. Guess what percentage of people line up with America First Republicans on the test nationally?
That's amazing. So we have about 2.5 minutes left. I want to just touch upon you going on tour. The Warehouse is becoming a coalition also with JP's group, which we're very proud to partner with you to get the messaging out. You go on tour and you come into Queens with our good friends in September 6th, right? So we want to encourage our local audience and our girls here.
We have the flyer. If you want to pull up cut.
Control, can you pull that up,
cut
please?
26.
And we'll be
flyer for the event.
And we'll be sharing this,
There you
of
go.
course,
Yes.
on our
Yep.
po-
Yes.
you know, on our websites and webpage,
Yep. And we have it on the
our own
Warehouse page
personal
as well.
pages. Yep.
So this is great. And then Gordon Chang is a keynote speaker. It's going to be a great event. And you can come meet JP in person at a great pro-patriotic restaurant. And we're excited for this. And it's, I think it's going to be a game changer, like Donna said.
Yeah.
So
Well, keep us posted. We're so happy that you took a few minutes of your time. And
he's actually going to stay with us. He's a faithful guy, and I asked him if he would stay on when we pray. So when we pray, JP's going to stay on with us for that. I asked him. And John, Paul, just tell the audience where they can find you one last time.
Okay, so you can find us at go-usa.us, or you can just Google OPSCORE, OPP, opportunity, OPP score.
Yeah, you know me. That's great.
Yeah, OPP score, Google it, opscore.org. Go to our website. We're going to be giving soon you'll see all the activities coming up, including the GO Tour, the Grand Opportunity America Tour, which is September 6th in Queens. We'll be releasing the information only to ticket holders. Gordon Chang, as you mentioned, is our keynote speaker. We have many other speakers, including Steve Gillen.
Yes, yes.
Dr. Nick Giordano. And
good friends of
also
ours.
Mine, it says he'll be stopping by to say a few words. His name is Brandon Strock.
Yes, good friends, all good friends of ours. We're very blessed for that.
All right.
All right, so we
have
got
a
very
great
little time
lineup
left.
that day.
You got
And,
it, my friend. We'll see
okay,
you tomorrow on the call, and we're going to say our prayer quick.
Right. I've been on a kick of reading Bible verses because the Bible is better than any words I can come up with. John 1:5, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Psalm 119, the unfolding of your words gives light. It imparts understanding to the simple. Psalm 143, let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. Psalm 130, I wait for the Lord, and my soul waits, and in his word I hope. Amen.
Amen. And as always, keep your faith strong, your family close, and your freedom alive. Thank you, JP.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Amy and Steve Gillen. Catch us on Spotify and iHeartRadio tomorrow.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 p.m. Eastern.
We love you. God bless.